as was said, we're a land-grant university, and the challenge that we had was financial. And we took significant cuts a few years back, and we're getting past that, and you'll hear what the new things are going. I think the challenge we still have, though, is that people think we're gone, or that we don't have ag programs anymore. And I hope when you're done, you'll change your mind about that. We're part of the land-grant system, and part of that system contracted with the Patel Institute to look at the impact of agricultural research and extension on the nation's economy. And I think it's already been said, but the world populations between 2010 and 2030 is projected to go from 7 billion up to 9.3 billion, a $2.3 billion increase in 20 years. That's like doubling the population of China and India. Plus that, they figure that there's going to need to be double of the supply of food made available. So the food production system worldwide is going to need to double based on the rising population. Not only that, but increasing income and the standard of living. People in China liking American beef, and they want to get that. So quality there. So the Patel, I'm going to read this because I think it says it better than I could, and that is, their conclusion is there's no other field of science or innovation that directly impacts human survival, quality of life, global economic development, prospects for a sustainable future, as much as agriculture and ag bioscience. And I think that lays the gauntlet down for land-grant university systems to address these issues. And it's going to take that. Because most of the arable land is gone, so what kind of crops are we going to grow? And we have global warming facing us. Pretty soon we better figure out how to do it here in Nevada so the rest of the world can catch up. The Capital Ag Press, I think times are changing, because the Capital Ag Press reported that there's increased enrollment in ag schools nationally. In 2004 there were 100,000 graduates. In 2012 there's going to be 150,000 graduates, so half again as much. Our college is growing as well. In 2007 we had 800 students. In 2012 we have 1,025 students. And everybody has said, well, maybe it's not in ag, it's in biochemistry and some of those others. Well, biochemistry has 400 of the majors. The Animal Nutrition and Veterinary Science Department has 400 of those majors. And Natural Resource Environmental Science has 250. And all of those programs are increasing. And the one that's increasing the fastest is the Natural Resource and Environmental Sciences. This spring we're going to graduate 155 students. 118 undergraduates and 37 graduate students. And that's coming up in the next week. The Wall Street Journal projected new jobs in agriculture, and there's a whole, service tax, animal plant, but the one I'm focusing on, we impact all of them, but one is animal and plant and agriculture food scientists. There's going to need to be, by 2020, there's going to need to be another 37,000 of those. Again, the land-grant university system needs to impact that. The governor's economic development study sure helped us on campus, at least the College of Ag on campus, because there's economic impact for agriculture, and that's important. So there's a lot of new faces, new challenges facing us, and a couple of years ago we got hit pretty hard, and we're coming back, and I want to tell you how we did that. We did a strategic planning effort, faculty that remained, got engaged, we toured the rural communities, we visited town halls, our administration team met, the departments met, the advisory board met, a lot of people in this room had input into that. And we've got a strategic plan that I think the advisory board and our faculty and students agree upon. And an overarching thing, the first thing for our strategic plan is student success. And that's overarching, and that's why we're here. That's the product of the universities that teach students, have them graduate and go out and do the things that need to be done for the future of agriculture. And we feature hands-on experiences and things like that that are important. And to maintain a research portfolio that not only has basic research but applied research. So a balance between basic and applied research is critical. and that features ag bioscience, and that's what the future of ag needs. So as we did that, our college came up with, and it's more detailed than this, but I'm going to kind of clump it together. There's three major themes that I like to talk about, and one is we live in the Great Basin. We better deal with issues in the Great Basin. It's a semi-arid environment. It has cold temperatures in the winter, hot temperatures in the summer. How do we deal with that? So we want to focus on that, and our goal and redirection is to become known for competency, high research, good student output, and education in semi-arid environment systems. That goes all the way from the basic sciences. We have a biochemistry department, and they have very strength in abiotic stressing plants, and they're studying the genetics and the molecular biology of genes that allow plants to survive in the environments of Nevada. And new feedstocks can come from that. All the way to what is our livestock production? Well, everybody in the room knows it's range livestock production in a semi-arid environment. You got to worry about water and getting feed in the range. That's a critical issue. But what impacts, and so we have programs, and our program is going to feature mainly range livestock production in the animal science area. So we have those issues on the table. But the things facing the ranchers are natural resource issues, invasive weeds, fires, fire cycles, sage grouse issues. And in our college, we have the Department of Natural Resources that can interact with the range livestock production arena, and we have water science, and we have wildlife ecology, and we have forestry, and we have rangeland management. And so all those issues come together, I think, in the college and put us in a position to become world-class, known for semi-arid environment agriculture, all the way from basic science through application. So that's one of the things. Another theme that's emerging and was been spoken to before, and that's this locally grown food initiative. And I like to call it healthy foods. We need healthy foods, and that starts with the soil and goes through the plants, evaluating the nutrition of the plants, getting people to eat the right food so it's healthy, all the way to how that impacts health. And we have all that in our college. We have strong programs in those areas. And we also, our college trains people to go into professional schools. It's not so much ag, but some of it is, and that is the biochemistry major and the nutritional science part of the ANBS major in nutrition and dietetics contribute students that go into medical school, go to professional schools, and go to graduate school. So both of those are good entrees into that. It gives student enrollment through the college, which is important, and we contribute to the health of Nevada. Also, we've maintained our veterinary science program, and we've featured large animal vets training, because there's a shortage nationally, and you heard that, and we want to train more. And our animal science program went away, but not really. We converted it into the vet science program, and all of the animal science courses are still there, and so it features large animals. And the local food initiative, and the locally grown food is part of it. So that's the second initiative, and the third initiative is one that you may not have to be at the university to understand that, but often departments and colleges have silos in the university and don't crosstalk. Our strategic plan calls for us to knock down those barriers and start sharing expertise with cooperative extension, with the School of Science, with the College of Engineering, College of Business, and between departments within the college. And that's the third theme of our strategic plan. And we're trying to move that forward. After the budget cut, we lost some departments, but we have 3 departments remaining. One is Agriculture, Nutrition, and Veterinary Science, and the other was Biochemical, Molecular Biology, and Natural Resource and Environmental Sciences. We have new undergraduate programs. The Ag Science program is a new undergraduate program, and that features large animal production. It features business, ag econ at the end of it. And we're working on beefing up the plant part of that. We're a little weak in that now, but we're gaining in that area. Rangeland ecology and management is another one. And then our vet med program, pre-vet program, is now a 4-year program. And as I said before, it features large animals. So, how are we improving? Well, we've been hiring people, and after the budget cuts, we had to relearn how to hire, because we hadn't done it for so long. And we've got, coming to us June 1st is Antonio Faciola. He's an animal nutritionist. We haven't had one of those in the college for a long time for a variety of reasons. And he comes to us from Ohio State, and he's done some dairy work, and he's done some wildlife and rangeland type large animal nutrition. He might fit in well with this new initiative with the dairies. Deborah Bunowski, I'm not sure I can say that. She's a nutritionist, a nutritional epidemiologist. We got her position because enrollment in nutrition was high, so we got a new position. So that position is, she's going to start July 1st. We got a new development officer. We just recruited him. He's going to start, Ralph Phillips going to start July 1st. We haven't had a development officer since the cuts. So we're getting back on track, I think. There's 3 positions in biochemistry being hired, and they've refocused all of those to plant molecular biology, abiotic stress in a semi-arid environment. They're looking at the genetics of plants to do that. And that search is ongoing. We're just starting to make offers. And we've got 3 top-notch people that we're trying to get. They're young, but other people are after them. We're competing with NC State, Washington State, UC Riverside. But we think we can get them. If we can get those 3, we'll have a world-class plant molecular biology group with the people that we have in that area. And so that's abiotic stress, semi-arid environment activities. We're just hiring 2 soil scientists, and we're just interviewing those, and the committee came to me, and the department came to me today, yesterday, I guess, with the 2 finalists that we want to talk to. The paperwork is going through on them. And something that we haven't had for a long time, and that is an agronomist, and we've started a search for that. There's funding for it. It's in the budget. We've got the paperwork started. There's a very broadly based search committee from a variety of places, including stakeholders on that search committee, and all the departments are represented. And the idea is to get everybody engaged in activities. So we get the young people coming in that are going to be used to working together and working across department lines. We'll be able to accomplish that third objective of our strategic plan. So that's, I'm very high on where we're going. The other thing that might be of interest is combining extension together with the college, and I think some of you know the president is interested in doing that, putting it all under one dean. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. If I was going to bet, I'd put money down that we're going to be together and going to be working together. From my perspective, it doesn't matter if we're together or not. We need to work closer than we have in the past, and we're already starting to do that. So that'll probably come together, and the structure will be a new dean, and then it will be associate directors under the new dean. So that's where we are, and I'll be happy to answer questions.